What's up to you? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? I know that we are a bit behind compared to when some of you all may have expected us. It's all right. It's okay. Take a second on this rated out our Wednesday to do me a favor and share this with somebody else. Let somebody know that we're on. Let somebody know that we're live. Let somebody know that they need to get this word together with us. What's up, Ron? I see you in the chat. Go ahead. Let's do this. Let's do this quickly. Quickly share, 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 share. Let me know that you're on. Let me know you can hear me and that we're good. But then let me know that we're on. Hit the share button, share the link, text somebody and let them know that we're on. And we'll jump right in from there. So grateful for you all on this Wednesday evening. Paris, what's up? I see you. Do me a favor. Tell everybody to hop on that you know. Share the link. I think that we're having some troubles with the Facebook channels and those types of things. So go ahead. If you got that YouTube link, every time we stream, so that you know, every time we stream, it is available on our YouTube channel. And want to make sure that you all are aware of that. Want to make sure that you're telling people about that. That YouTube channel is key and critical for several reasons, but primarily that YouTube channel allows you to be able to get access to us anytime, anywhere. And so that YouTube channel is key. That YouTube channel is so key. It's so key. It's so key. So I want to make sure that you know about it. I want to make sure that the people that you know about it. That way we can go and grow together. So I want to make sure that you take a second, that you hit share, and we're gonna jump right in from there. So take a second, hit that share button, text somebody, let me know that you're on, let me know you can hear me and that we're good, and we're gonna go right from there. But go ahead, take like 10 seconds to invite somebody on and let them know that we're there. All right, listen. So here it is. Rated R Wednesdays it is. I'm going to jump right into this teaching. We'll pick up whenever anybody else gets on. We'll pick it up accordingly from there. But want to make sure that you all are aware that every Wednesday in this month, at least the month of February, I'm committed to doing these. And we'll see what happens as we kind of go from there. I've heard some feedback. I've heard back from some of you all about how these nights have been helping you. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I want to make sure you're sharing this. I want to make sure that the people who need this get it. I want people who need this get it. And not to mention, I also want you to remember every Sunday, I'm in a series called Fatal Attractions, at least in the month of February. We'll see how long we go and grow together with that. Well, listen, Sunday, this past Sunday, I taught a message called Dangerously in Love. And we subtitled it Sleeping with the Enemy. And I didn't get to finish that message in its entirety. And what I told you all on Sunday was that I would finish what I started Sunday today. And I feel like that is still key and critical, because ultimately, if we're talking about the R word, we're talking about rejection, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about being free, talking about moving from where we were into where we can be, then we have to be able to honestly assess, are there some things that we may be dangerously in love with? Are there some things? Are there some people? Are there some places that we may be dangerously in love with? And the title for tonight's teaching, for those who take notes, as a matter of fact, the title of tonight's conversation, because I want to hear back from you in the chat, the title of tonight's conversation is Stop Sleeping with Them. Now, again, it's rated R. It's restricted for people that want to get better and live better. I want to tell somebody, I want to tell anybody that will listen to me, I want to tell everybody that will listen to me, that in order to move from where you are to where you can be, in order to become the person you were created to become, in order to step out of everything that you were and everybody and everything that you were becoming, and to step toward what you can be, to step toward what you were destined to be, to step into the person that God created you to be, tell everybody, Pastor said, stop sleeping with them. Now that I have your attention, somebody ought to ask the question, because somebody felt convicted. Somebody, Pastor, did you just say that to me? Number one, maybe I did. Number one, definitively I did. But the key and critical question that somebody should have asked, at least to yourself, is who is the them he's referring to? For you to hop on this live and to have the audacity to insinuate I've been sleeping with anybody, Pastor. How dare you, Rev, hop on here and make the justification that I've been sleeping with somebody. I want to tell you, I know you have. I unapologetically, undeniably, unmistakably know you've been sleeping with somebody, because if you haven't been sleeping with anybody other than yourself, you've been sleeping with somebody. Even if the only person you lay your head next to at night is yourself, you've been sleeping with you. And the danger of you being entangled with yourself is that you are telling yourself some things about you that probably aren't true. You are telling yourself some things about you that may be based upon who else you have allowed to say some stuff about you. Yeah, get in the get your chair ready. my corner crew needs to go sit in that corner. It's about to be one. I'm not going to be long, but I pray it's going to be strong and help somebody. Because ultimately, there are some people. Let me back up a little bit. When I was growing up, again, I was born new school, raised old school. So like my mom and them had these sayings of that generation. That generation, they would say stuff like pillow talk. Who you having pillow talk with? Because ultimately, the people who we allow into our intimate time and into our intimate space ultimately very often dictate and determine the direction that we go. And I want to ask thank you, Chelsea. I want to ask, who you pillow talking with? Who are the people that may not be physically laying their head on your pillow with you? They may not be rolling around physically in the bed with you, but you have allowed these people intimate space into your head in a way that they are creating and planting seeds that you don't even realize are being planted. Are you here tonight? That ultimately all of us have a them. And your them can be people, your them can be places, and your them can be things. Everybody got a them. What are you going to sleep with on your mind at night? Who are you taking to the pillow with you at night? Because for some of you all, it's undeniably, absolutely intimate relationships that are getting in the way of your destiny. But for others of you, it is people you've allowed to be too close to you intimately, whether it's just into your personal space, people you gave your head to, people you gave your heart to that have been speaking things, or hear me tonight, or not speaking things that you needed to hear, not feeling the needs they needed to feel. And as a result, you have formed these emotional and spiritual deficits that you're operating out of. I'm trying, see, listen, like if you're going to be superficial today, if you're going to be superficial, if you're not going to be real, if you're not going to be honest, if you're going to be carnally minded, Pastor, how dare you call me carnally minded? You told me to stop sleeping with them. Because to be carnal minded is this, like ultimately to be carnal minded means that you have become it means you could have became a believer, but you did not. make a decision to renew your mind. So that means that right now, even when we telling you stop sleeping with them, I am undeniably being more spiritual than you probably are. Because your lack of honesty with God about who you may be sleeping with, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing, or if it's just yourself, your unwillingness to hear past what I said and to think about what I said may be preventing your progress. Because everybody got somebody in your ear. Everybody has somebody. Everybody has a voice that is speaking to them. And the voice that you listen to, the person or the people or the things that have your ear, they have your life. Whatever has your ear has your life. Type in the chat. Whoever or whatever has your ear has your life. Whoever or whatever has your ear has your life. And most of us, thank you, Vicky, most of us who are going to be honest, the wrong people are who have our ear. We've been allowing people that haven't been anywhere, that haven't done anything, that don't have any vision to tell us our value. We have been allowing people, places, things with a lack of vision, with a lack of validity, with a lack of virtue to tell us our strength, to tell us our value, to tell us our worth, to tell us what we are capable of, to tell us what we can be, to tell us where we can go, to tell us what we can have, to tell us what we can walk into. And I want to tell you tonight, stop sleeping with them. And I got Bible for it. It's in Judges chapter number 16. Verse number 14 is where I want to anchor our time. Judges chapter number 16, verse number 14. It says this. It says, so while he slept. So while he slept. And that's not the first time. There was another time prior to that. So while Samson is sleeping, she's strategizing. She has devised this plan. She being Delilah. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go watch my sermon series on Sundays. I'm not gonna give you context behind Samson, Delilah. You want to know who they are? Go watch these Sundays I've been teaching on Fatal Attraction. I'm just gonna talk tonight. You need to go back and get that context later. Delilah is strategizing while he's sleeping. She has put in place a strategy to seduce him that will get him while he's sleeping, while he's off guard, so the enemy can sneak in. I'm trying to help you tonight. You got to catch me while you can, because we were delayed. The enemy didn't want this broadcast to happen, so I'm coming in, guns wielding, fire blazing, all gas, no brakes, because I need you to understand that while you're not paying attention, the enemy's working. When you're not expecting it, the enemy is working. When Samson was sleeping, they couldn't catch my boy off guard when he was woke, so they had to get him when he was asleep. What's getting you while you sleep? What's getting you while you're not paying attention? What's getting to you that you don't know is getting to you because you weren't paying attention to what was getting to you? What's getting to you that you are unaware is getting to you? Because it's getting to you when you're not paying attention to it. Samson is being plotted against. He's being seduced by what he likes. And what he likes is setting him up for a disaster. What he likes is setting him up for his demise. What he likes is positioning him to end up in a place of trouble. And I want you to know tonight, like today, tonight, whenever you're getting this back, like I'm coming as hard as I am because the enemy was determined this live wouldn't happen tonight. And this live had to happen tonight because I need somebody to get free tonight. I need somebody to make up in a decision. This is my year where I can, I will, and I must get better. I may have been plotted against before, but I will not keep falling into the same stuff in 2022 and beyond. I may have been brought down before. I may have been attacked before. I may have missed what the enemy was attempting to do in my life before. I may have allowed people, places, and things to distract me and to derail me and to discourage me and to detour me and to bring me to my demise in the past. But somebody shouldn't have let me get this live today. Because now that I got this live, I've resolved in my mind I can, I will, and I must get better. This is my year to get better. This is my season to get better. This is my time to get better. I'm making a decision to get better. I'm not going to be caught off guard the same way you caught me off guard. You may have caught me off guard before, but I now see what you're doing. Samson is here. As Samson's here, he keeps laying his head down. And I want to tell you that while Samson is being caught off guard while he's sleeping, he's being caught off guard while he's sleeping because of what he likes and because of his lack of self-control of keeping hear me, because of his lack of self-control of keeping the wrong people out of his ear, because the wrong people are in Samson's ear, because Samson is undisciplined about keeping the wrong people out of his life. The wrong people are in his ear because he's undisciplined enough, so much so that he won't keep the wrong people out of his life. Somebody put this in your notes, type it in the chat. A lack of discipline will always get you in trouble. A lack of discipline will always lead to frustration, to failure, and to a lack of fulfillment. A lack of discipline will always lead to frustration, to failure, and to a lack of fulfillment. You think life is hard now? Those of you who aren't, you think life is hard. You think life is hard when you are disciplined? Man, life is even harder when you aren't disciplined. Because you end up going to sleep with no peace when you are disciplined. You go to sleep without joy when you are disciplined. You go to sleep frustrated when you aren't disciplined. And you might say, yeah, I go to sleep, but I'm not as tired. No, you're not as tired from what you would have been doing if you were disciplined, but you definitively go to sleep frustrated because you're not where you could be. A lack of discipline about the wrong people not being in his life allowed the wrong people to get in his ear. Delilah was in his ear because he lacked discipline about keeping her out of his life. That wasn't the first time she tried to take him out. And what I'm saying to some of you tonight is this, is that all of us have battled or will battle from some degree of a lack of something. And ultimately what I'm suggesting tonight is that it's a lack of discipline. You are unwilling to vet the voices in your life, and because you're unwilling to vet the voices, you keep getting in trouble. You have been unwilling to vet the voices in your life, and because you've been unwilling to vet the voices in your life, you keep getting stuck. You keep getting frustrated. You keep getting fatigued. You keep feeling like your life is on a hamster's wheel. You keep feeling like everything around you is moving, but you're not. And I'm trying to tell you, it's a lack of discipline. You like it too much. You like their company too much. This rated R night. You like their company too much. You like buying things too much. You like being able to say you bought things too much. You like being able to say this is my title at this place. Somebody's not gonna like me tonight. You like saying this is what I do, and they know where that is too much. So because you need recognition and validation from the voices of people who don't matter, you're missing what God is calling you to do and how God's calling you to do it. Are y'all with me tonight? Are y'all here? Are you here? Are you here? If I had a mic, I say, is this thing on? And so God has placed some stuff on your mind and on your heart for you to do, and he's made it clear that there's a person for you, there's a man for you, there's a woman for you, there's a position for you, there's an opportunity for you, there's a book for you, there's a ministry gift for you. He's made all this stuff clear that you're trying to figure out, how do I use it? Where do I go? How do I get this done? I'm telling you, it's been a lack of discipline. And I'm not just talking about a lack of discipline in doing. I'm talking about the fact there's a lack of discipline in stopping. Because some of us think your problem is you're unwilling to do. I'm saying you're unwilling to do because you're unwilling to stop. There are some people, places, and things that you are sleeping with. Debt got you so bad you can't make a move. Capital One, MasterCard, Visa got you so bad. Macy's got you so bad. Costco, come here. Costco. Well, y'all know where y'all got cars, so they got you so bad. That car payment got you so bad. That car you just had to have. I just had to have this one. There was no other one on the lot that would have got me around but this one. And I'm not saying, hear this. I am the last person that will tell anybody you shouldn't have stuff. I am the person that will say your stuff should never have you. I'm the last person. I would never tell anybody that you shouldn't have stuff. I will tell anybody your stuff shouldn't have you. I buy stuff. Anybody ever been with me, hang out with me? No, I buy stuff. I I buy. I got them. If I got it, if I got it, I will spend it. However, I had to get to a place where I felt like spending. I had to ask the question before I spent. I had to ask the question, is it worth it? And I had to wrestle. Some of y'all have been around empowerment long enough. There was a season where I had to wrestle with the degree of spending because every time I got ready to spend my money, I felt like the enemy was trying to take my freedom. I felt like every time I walked into a store and somebody wanted to take my money, I viewed my money as freedom. So I felt like they were trying to take my freedom. Every time they tried to take my money. Because again, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about freedom. That's it, Paris. Because some people can't give to God because you gave to everybody else. That's a demonstration of a lack of freedom. You can't give to God because they got it. Yeah, you're not free. I gotta consult. I gotta consult with. I gotta consult with Nabion before I sow to God. Yeah, you're not free. You're not free. You're not free. I start talking about it being first fruit season at empowerment, and you're like, man, I sure do wish I could give a first fruit seed, but my Starbucks be calling me every day, and you cashing out of y'all don't want to play with me tonight. I feel free tonight. You cashing out at Starbucks every day. Before you know it, you done gave Starbucks 200 this week, easy. 100 this week, easy. That was your first fruit seed. But you gave away your freedom because you sleeping with them. Because the enemy has been planting these seeds in your mind. Intimate conversations with the wrong people, but planting seeds in your heart. I see you, Regina. I took my PS4 back at least twice. At least twice. PS5 is out now. It took my PS5 to come out before I was even like, let me go get my PS. I bought my PS4 the same year PS5 came out. Like bought it and kept it. I kept buying it and took it back. I buy it one weekend. I had the money to buy it. It wasn't on credit. It was with cash. It wouldn't have put me in a hole. But I felt like I was in a season that required another degree of discipline. And that PS4 was not only financially going to put me in a place, but it was time-wise going to put me in a place that prevented me from moving forward with the things I was believing God for. And what I'm saying to you is a lack of discipline. We ain't got to pull up there, but I see you, P. P. P is somebody. You ain't got to put it up there. Said, since you told that doctor that I got to pay my tithes before I pay this copay. That's discipline. Doc, I can't. Doc, I know you want this money, but God got to get it first. But because of the people we've been sleeping with, because of the people that have been telling us stuff, because of the people, because of the churches, because of some of the pastors that we had in our past, because of some of the experiences we had in our past, we have not become clear enough to understand the principle of sowing and reaping. What I'm trying to get you to see is that all of us have been sleeping with a them that have been preventing us from stepping into the people that God called us to become. Let's talk. Let's be honest tonight. Y'all got me on one. Let's get free tonight. Some of us are living from a place of rejection because of some of the people that we slept with. And when I say slept with, I don't mean physically and intimately, while that may be some of your realities, because some of the people we allowed intimate time with. The people we went to sleep with on our minds that aren't even alive anymore. The people that are long gone away from our reality, but we go to sleep and we still hear their voice. I'm trying to help you see it. Trying to help you see it. Can I tell you something else? Y'all got time? Y'all got time tonight? Can I tell you something else? Can I tell you something else? Y'all are funny in this chat. Before I get paid, before everything, you load your Starbucks. Thank you. It is that degree of honesty. It is that degree of honesty. You can't get free till you admit that. You can't get free till you admit that. And when I say get free, it doesn't mean that Starbucks is a demon. It means it doesn't. Starbucks ain't bad. Buying your J's ain't bad. Anybody who see me last year and a half, I'm back buying. But I promise you, I give to Jesus. So here it is. When I ask the question, do you have time? This is why. Somebody got to hit the share button right now. Just like somebody else needs to get this. You need to text somebody right now. Tell them Pastor's on one, and we all getting free. Ryan, I'm gonna turn this into a deliverance service tonight. Some of them, Regina, you know about them services. I'm gonna turn this into a deliverance service tonight. Before this is all over. This is supposed to be a casual conversation with Pastor about getting better. Can I turn this into? Can I turn this tonight? Y'all got time? Somebody said I'm off work tomorrow. So y'all got time. So here it is. Here it is. It's possible to be sleep in brackets, to be sleep while you're awake. Because what you don't see is while Samson was asleep while it was happening. While Samson's issue was he was being seduced while he was sleeping. He was losing his strength while sleeping. He was under satanic attack while sleeping. What you don't see is this. Delilah was unaware. She was asleep while she was awake. What she didn't realize was she was being seduced under something she should have seen, because she was missing out on what was better for her than money. But if you don't wake up, this is why I say you can be asleep, because you need to wake up. If you don't wake up, money is going to rob you of your joy. Chasing the bag is going to rob you of your purpose. Chasing the bag. Once they chasing the bag, I mean chasing the bag, you feel like where the bag's supposed to come from. Because some of us put way more trust in the bag than we do in God. We put way more trust in the resource he gave us than the source that makes it happen. She, you gonna give me 1,100 shekels a piece? I'm gonna go get this money. So she gives up. She gives up. She gives up her way out. She gives she her way out the hood wasn't that money. That money was gonna leave. Samson would have had her back. Samson was walking around picking up donkeys behind and taking out armies. Samson, she could go get that money. She can't get another Samson. And what I'm saying to some of you is this: some of you need to wake up because you're so concerned on what you can see that you're missing what God has given to you. You're missing the opportunity that God has placed before you because you're operating from a position that you used to be in. I'm doing this thing for singles in a couple of months because there's a truth you got to know about the importance of something I definitely need my sisters to get, because there's some of y'all hear my heart. There's some of y'all that I want you to figure this thing out, because if you can make decisions, hear my heart. If you can get the bag before you get him, you won't think about the money. You won't think about the bag related to him. If you can get the bag before you get him, you won't think about the bag related to him. Whether we had the money or don't have the money, this ain't about money when I'm with you. But because money is such a driving factor relationally, sometimes we make some decisions solely based, not solely based, but money drives those decisions. Y'all still here tonight? Y'all also, because also you'll catch it. I'm not talking about this tonight, but you will also catch a different type of fish when you're putting out a different type of bait. I don't need your money, bro. I want you for you. I don't need you to take me out to eat. I could do that. I just buy me no shoes. I could do that. I just buy me no bag. I could do that. I just want to know, will you love me for me? I'm trying to help you tonight. Do I have any strong sisters on here tonight that say, listen, I'm not that I've realized this reality that I don't need to hold nothing. I don't need to borrow nothing. I ain't looking for you to take care of me. I just want you to love me. I just want you to be there with me. As a matter of fact, I'm okay with being the breadwinner and still love you like a man. Y'all don't want to talk to me tonight. That ain't what I'm talking about, so I'm not going there. But I'm telling you the difference that it makes. She was seduced while she was sleeping and she was awake. She didn't realize it was a trap of the enemy. It wasn't she didn't she was being she was it was a trap of the enemy. Some of you all aren't stepping out of some stuff you were called to step out of because the enemy getting you with the dollar. And so that job is taking your peace at night because you're thinking about the dollar more than purpose. You you treating that job like that job is sovereign, that boss like that boss is sovereign, and not like God is sovereign. So you say I'm tired, but your boss say I got to go to work. You say I need a mental health day today, but boss say yeah I ain't giving y'all no mental health days. So because you don't got the right mindset, you won't say no. I got to take care of me, because if I die tomorrow, this job gonna keep going. But what about my family? I got to take care of. Y'all don't want to talk tonight. I'm on one. I'm past my time. We got on here a little later, so I'm gonna give you just a little bit more. But I'm just trying to let you know the answer to it. Hear me. The answer to it is discipline. Once you become aware of it, you got to be disciplined to start putting some boundaries in place, to start assessing and aligning some things, to say, I'm not going to keep doing this the way I've always done it. And that made me doing it differently from the way mama did it and the way daddy did it. Do I got any brothers on here tonight? I'm gonna bother this a little bit. I'm gonna bother this just a little bit. I'm gonna bother this just a little bit. I'm gonna bother just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm just bother this just a little bit and move on. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna move on. Is it possible? At the reason that Samson, not just I'm gonna bother it. I'm not theologically going there. I'm not suggesting that the text is saying it. I'm saying I'm wondering if the text isn't saying something that we do need to know. Because here it is. Is it possible that Samson's insecurities and lack of emotional health drove him to stay with Delilah because he thought in his mind Delilah needed him. So he was staying with somebody because he thought that they needed them, not that they wanted them. And anytime you are driven by your need to be needed, you will always make bad decisions. Yeah, I'm rocking with her because I'm a bad man and I need to be needed. So, because think about it this way: if the money moved her, this is the type of stuff I can talk about this on Sunday because y'all ain't ready for this on Sunday morning. If the money moved her, if the money moved her, it must have been she needed something. So was he with her and staying with her because he needed to be needed? He wanted to show off his bravado. He wanted to show off his strength. He wanted to show off, I'm Samson. And some of you all can relegate, again, brothers, I want y'all to hear me. That's a dangerous position to be in. But ladies, I want y'all to hear me too. When you're in a position of anything, anywhere, and you have a need to be needed, you will be ineffective as a leader. Whenever you cannot, it is dangerous to make decisions from a place of needing to be needed. I promise you, before this year is over, before this first half of the year is over, I'll do some more stuff and get back to just kind of some of our rated R talks. Because I'm just trying to tell you that it's dangerous to need to be needed. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Do you know? Do you not realize the danger of suffering from approval addiction? Do you not realize the realities associated with the infection from rejection? Do you not realize how the enemy has been strategically slowing you down because of your need for approval? Because you were infected with rejection and you never took it to God? Do you not realize how the enemy has subtly been using people, places, and things that you go to sleep with on your mind that are subtly and silently taking you out? I'm trying to help you get free. It's a lack of discipline. You're not vetting the voices. I think it was like week one. I think it was like week one of our time here, maybe week one of Fatal Attractions, or maybe week two. I don't remember. I don't even know what week I'm on right now. Maybe we had to be week one. because I think this past Sunday was week 2, where I talked about focus and focus being selective attention. So focus is not only what will I focus on. I'll take you back to where I started this today. Focus is not only where will I focus on, and where will I focus and what will I focus. Focus is also what will I not focus on. Who will I not focus on? Who or what in previous seasons that I give my time and my attention to that in this season I can't afford to? Did you hear what I just said? Who or what did I give my time and my attention to in a previous season that was dangerous then, but it is detrimental to my destiny now? I'm trying to tell you to step into the person you were created to become. Decisions have to be made by you. Yeah, I may not have known then, but I know now, and I can't afford to now. I may not have known here tonight. I want to be clear. I don't want anybody to get off of this thing feeling beat up. I don't want anybody to get off this thing feeling down. That is that the enemy wants to use condemnation to bring you down. The Lord is sending this word to set you free. I didn't know it then. Don't beat yourself up about it. Embrace where you are and say, I'm not going to do it. I won't do it again. You won't catch me sleeping like that again. You won't catch me doing, I know now. Type in chat, I know now. I know now. I can't afford not to focus now. I can't afford not to make different decisions now. I know now. Because sometimes people, I didn't know. I know now. I know now. I wasn't aware that you were sent by the enemy to assassinate my assignment then, but I know now. I didn't realize that was a ploy of the enemy to detour me and to distract me, but I know now. I didn't realize that demons can show up in the form of things. I thought demons would only show up in the form of people. I didn't know that demons can show up in the form of debt. I know now. I didn't know demons can show up in the form of jobs. I know now. I didn't know that. I didn't know that demons can show up in the form of distractions. I know now. I know now. I know now. And that's why empowerment anywhere is everything to me. Because there's some stuff that you can learn in community. There's some stuff that you can learn in the right environments. That's why I'm getting ready to start this barrier breaker program for some people, because there's some stuff you can learn in some environments that can save you so much time. Because I'm trying to tell you, the most expensive currency we have is time. It's the only thing you can never get back. You can't get it back. You lose a dollar, you can get a dollar back. You lose a day, you don't get a day back. You just get another one, but you don't get back what you lost. Why are you saying that? I'm saying that because I don't want you to live in what you lost. Told y'all deliverance service. I don't want you to live in what you lost. I don't want you to live in the mistakes you made. I don't want you to live in what you didn't know. I don't want you to live in the space of realizing what you lost. I want you to live in a place of awareness of saying, as long as I've got time on the clock, as long as I've still got a life ahead of me next. I don't want you, because if you focus on what you lost, man, that right there, that right there, that right there, that will take you out. It will take you down and it will take you out. Don't live in what you lost. Look at what's left. And there is more for you. There is more in you. There is more God has for you. There is more. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I believe that don't live in what you lost. I believe there's more for you. There is more for you. There's more than what you've seen. There's more than what you've been through. There's more than what you have experienced. Eyes have not seen. Ears have not heard. Neither has it entered into the hearts of men the things God has in store for his people. The earth, hear me. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. I'm going to say it again. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. That's Bible. The earth is the Lord's. Everything here is God's. So the earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof. Everything that's here on it is the Lord's. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. I'm the they. You the they. You are the they that the psalmist was referring to when he wrote that passage. Everything here is God's, and they that dwell therein. That means it's mine. I'm the they. So I can talk about what I lost, or I can look at everything on God's beautiful creation that's still left in store for me. I'm the they. I can look at what didn't happen, or I can look around and see that grass still comes up. I can look around and still see that the blue skies are still in the sky. I can look up and see that there's still clouds up there. There's still precipitation that falls when it rains. There's still a sun that rises. There's still a moon that comes up. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. It's yours. I'm the they. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. It means it's mine. That's it, Tess. There's so much. I'm trying to get you to see tonight. There's so much more in store. There's so much more in store. I know it hurt. I know they hurt, but I don't want you to settle. I don't want you to keep settling. I don't want you to keep going back to what you thought. I don't want you to keep going back to who you thought. I don't want you to keep going back. I want you to believe there's so much more. There's so much more. Stop sleeping with them. Stop sleeping with those thoughts, with those people, with those places, and with those things. I'm the they. But you sleeping with the thoughts of defeat. I'm telling you, I am. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. I am more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. But you are a city on a hill, a light that cannot be hidden. I'm the they. But because you've been allowing Delilah, beautiful things that show up in your life as distractions, to detour you and discourage you. Because some of you all just going through a major season of detours, and you don't realize the detours was causing the discouragement. I feel freedom tonight. Oh my goodness. The detour is causing the discouragement. So because you aren't there yet, you're becoming discouraged. But the detour was a distraction. The Holy Spirit just checked me. For some of you, the detour was a distraction. For some of you, the detour was divine. For some of you, you detoured because you went away. For others of you, you were detoured because God was divinely redirecting you away. And all of that's to say, I don't know if you went away on your own or if he divinely redirected you. But what I do want to tell you is wherever he wants to get you, he will get you there. When God wants to get you there, he will get you there. So whether the detour was a distraction that you followed and now leaves you discouraged, or whether the distraction was a divine redirection, I'm telling you, when you make a decision to submit to God, when you make a decision to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, I'm telling you, all these things will be added unto you. Here's what I will say. I just Some of y'all ain't been around, haven't been around long enough to Remember, I taught this series so many years ago, and it's not even on. It's not anywhere because this was taught in the Bible study back when we used to have Thursday night Bible study in River Forest Library. That's how long ago. Some of y'all didn't even know we ever did that. That's how long ago it was. I taught this series called Inside Out, and it was from the movie Inside Out. And I talked about there's a clip inside of the movie where Shortcut had a sign over it that said danger. That Shortcut was spelled Danger. There's no shortcuts to this thing. There's no shortcuts. Now, God can give you divine acceleration, but there are no shortcuts. You see the difference? God can give you divine acceleration from your submission, but there are no shortcuts to destiny. There's a difference between divine acceleration and a shortcut. And I don't have time tonight to work with that. I'll work through that in another series. But I want to tell you wholeheartedly, I'm not telling you that there's going to be a shortcut toward getting and becoming the person you were created to be. It's going to take work. It's going to take discipline. But I want to tell you that this is what I want to tell you. But though everybody can't catch it tonight, some people I got to come back and teach this whole principle later. But I'm telling you, there's no shortcuts to destiny, but discipline can give you divine acceleration. There's no shortcuts to destiny, but discipline can give you divine acceleration. God can use your discipline to take you further faster. So you want a shortcut, but you don't want discipline. And I'm trying to tell you that discipline can get you there so much faster. It'll get you there it'll get you there faster. And even if it doesn't get you there faster, it will get you there in a way that will sustain you. It will get you there in a way where you won't get to a place where your gift took you somewhere that your character won't keep you. You won't get to a place where your emotional deficiencies will not keep you. You won't get to a place where the junk you have not worked out yet in your heart will not keep you. Because if you don't work this stuff out in your heart, you will get to where you were praying for. You will get what you've been praying for. You will get the person, place, or thing you were praying for. And if this ain't right, you'll lose it. And when you lose it, you will lose your mind. Discipline will help you get all of that right. Will help you get it all and help you get it the right way. I got one more week, at least of these Wednesdays in February. I'll pick this back up next week. I will pick this back up next week. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm picking this back up next week, and I'm starting at verse number 19. Yep. Tell you that right now. Pick this back up next week. Yep. Pick this back up next week. Y'all have an incredible night. Share this with somebody else. If you want to sow tonight, they're going to make the information available for how you can sow and where you can sow. If you want to give a gift, you don't have to. There's never any pressure to do so. But if the Lord, some of you all can't hear something like this and not. Some of you all shouldn't hear anything like this and not. So we're going to make it available for you. There's no pressure at all. There's no pressure at all. Because some of you all need to give just because you're like, I'm telling you, there's some stuff we gotten away from in the church because we saw some people do it wrong, but that doesn't mean it was wrong. We saw them do it wrong. We saw them do it with wrong motives, so we started thinking that everybody who did it had wrong motives, but that's not true. So I'm telling you that spiritually, some of us need to start putting our money where our mouth is. Lord, I believe this is my word, and I'm gonna sow into this word. Lord, I believe this word right here. This word was some of y'all are saying, you know what? I got it, Rev. This word was good, but this word, that word was the word that was a prophetic word for my children. Well, maybe you should sow for your children tonight. Sow a seed for your child. Sow a seed believing that my child's going to experience divine acceleration because they're going to develop discipline. A seed. When you sow a seed in the ground, you're believing for a harvest you don't see yet. Your tithe, that's what God expects of you. That's the bare minimum. Tithe is the ceiling. I mean, tithe is the floor, not the ceiling. Tithing is where it starts, not where it stops. It starts with giving him that. But some of you all need to learn how to sow for where you're going. To give, to invest into your future. And I'm telling you, that starts with good ground, like a place like empowerment. Lord, I believe you with this, and I'm gonna, because some of you all don't. Let's talk. Some of y'all don't do that until you put your money into it. When you would put your money someplace, you treat some stuff a whole lot differently. I want to invite you to. It's not for everybody. Everybody ain't gonna do it. That's okay. I know the Lord got me together about calling His people to be a people of generosity, though. So I'm not gonna not ask. You could choose to not give, but I'm not gonna not put out there the biblical principle of sowing and reaping. You choose what you're gonna do with it. But I believe somebody tonight is sowing into their future, sowing into this word, sowing into good ground. Listen, we're back on here again next Wednesday, back at our normal time, 7 p.m. And then Sunday, we are in our Fatal Attractions series. Back in Fatal Attractions for, I don't know what week I'm in. Y'all know, I'm preaching though. Another week of Fatal Attractions, because some stuff is assassinating your assignment and you weren't even paying attention to it. I will talk with you all later. Have an incredible evening if you're watching this live. Have an incredible day if you're watching this later. I'll talk with you all later.